In the annals of history, tales of power, conquest, and forgotten wisdom often intertwine. But rarely does a story emerge where the stark beauty of pure reason holds sway over a monarch, bending his will not through force, but through irrefutable logic. Imagine a world where the very foundation of scientific thought was forged, a city bathed in the intellectual glow of discovery. This is the story of a king, a philosopher, and a mathematical proof so profound, so undeniably elegant. It reshaped the course of royal education and laid bare a timeless truth about knowledge itself, a truth that resonates even today. Our journey begins in the bustling heart of the ancient world, Alexandria, Egypt. Founded by Alexander the Great, this city rapidly evolved into the Hellenistic age's intellectual capital. More than just a port, Alexandria was home to the legendary library, an unparalleled repository of human knowledge, and the Mouseion, a temple to the muses that functioned as a research institution and academy. Scholars, philosophers, and scientists from across the known world converged here, drawn by the promise of discovery and the patronage of its rulers. It was a place where ideas flowed as freely as the waters of the Nile, setting the stage for one of history's most profound intellectual encounters. Presiding over this intellectual crucible was Ptolemy and Euclid, a formidable general and trusted companion of Alexander the Great. After Alexander's premature death, Ptolemy claimed Egypt as his own, founding the Ptolemaic dynasty. He was a pragmatic ruler, keenly aware that true power wasn't solely built on military might, but on wisdom and organized knowledge. He championed the library and the Mouseion, seeing them as vital tools for securing his legacy and governing a vast, complex empire. Yet, even for a king of such vision, the sheer volume of human learning presented a daunting challenge. He sought efficiency, shortcuts, even a royal road to understanding. Before it became the abstract science we know today, geometry was born out of necessity. In ancient Egypt, the annual flooding of the Nile required precise methods for re-establishing land boundaries, leading to early practical geometry. The Babylonians used it for astronomical observations and architectural marvels. But these were collections of rules, empirical observations, and practical applications, not a cohesive, logical system. They worked, certainly, but lacked the underlying framework of proof. The concept of demonstrating why something was true, rather than simply that it was true, was a profound intellectual leap awaiting its grand architect. Then, into this vibrant intellectual milieu stepped Euclid. Little is known about his life, a man shrouded in as much mystery as the geometric principles he codified. We only know he taught in Alexandria during Ptolemy's reign, but his legacy is anything but obscure. Euclid was not necessarily the inventor of geometry, but its greatest systematizer. He gathered, arranged, and logically derived centuries of Greek mathematical knowledge into a single, comprehensive work, creating a foundation that would endure for over 2 millennia. His work was not just a textbook. It was a philosophical treatise on the nature of truth itself. Euclid's masterpiece, The Elements, was revolutionary. It wasn't merely a collection of geometric facts, but a rigorous, axiomatic system. Starting with a handful of definitions, postulates, and common notions, Euclid built an entire edifice of mathematical truth through a series of logical deductions, each proposition flowing inevitably from the ones before it. It taught not just what was true, but how to prove it. For the first time, human reason constructed an entirely self-consistent world, free from empirical uncertainties or divine pronouncements. It was a triumph of the human intellect, and it set the standard for scientific inquiry for ages to come. Ptolemy, recognizing the immense intellectual power within the elements, knew it was crucial for his engineers, architects, and strategists to understand geometry. He himself, a keen patron of knowledge, wished to grasp its profundity. But Ptolemy was a king, a busy ruler burdened by the demands of governance, warfare, and maintaining order in his vast realm. He found the rigorous, step-by-step approach of Euclid's work time-consuming and arduous. He valued the results of geometry, its applications, but perhaps not the journey of its discovery. Could there not be a more efficient, less demanding path to this vital understanding? Driven by his need for efficiency, Ptolemy summoned Euclid to his court. The king, accustomed to having his wishes fulfilled, directly posed a question that many powerful individuals before and since have likely pondered. Was there not an easier, quicker way to master geometry? Could Euclid distill the essence of the elements into a more manageable form? Perhaps a concise summary, a simplified version, tailor-made for a busy monarch? He sought to bypass a privileged route, a royal road that would grant him the knowledge without requiring the full, demanding intellectual expedition outlined in Euclid's magnum opus. He awaited a solution fit for a king. Euclid, known for his unwavering commitment to intellectual rigor, paused. Then, he delivered a response that would echo through the centuries, a reply of profound simplicity and power. There is no royal road to geometry. It was not a dismissal, but a declaration of fundamental truth. Knowledge, especially the kind built on logical deduction, demands engagement, effort, and an adherence to its intrinsic structure. It cannot be circumvented by power, wealth, or status. The journey through its proofs and postulates is not a mere formality, it is the understanding. This was a challenge to the very notion of privilege in the pursuit of wisdom. Imagine the scene. A king, accustomed to command, told there was no special path for him. How did Ptolemy react? Not with anger, but with understanding. Euclid's reply was not merely a statement about geometry. It was a philosophical axiom about the nature of truth itself. Ptolemy, a man of intellect, recognized the profound lesson. True understanding, the kind that reshapes thought, cannot be bought or shortcut. It must be earned through the arduous, yet ultimately rewarding process of logical engagement. The king, it is said, took Euclid's words to heart and dedicated himself to studying the elements in its entirety, embracing the struggle. The story of Ptolemy and Euclid is more than an anecdote. It's a foundational myth for intellectual pursuit. There is no royal road to geometry became a maxim not just for mathematics, but for any discipline demanding true understanding. It underscores the democratic nature of knowledge, where effort, not status, is the currency. Euclid's Elements remain the definitive textbook for geometry for over 2,000 years, shaping the minds of scientists from Isaac Newton to Albert Einstein. But beyond the theorems, it imparted a crucial lesson. The beauty of a truth lies not just in its existence, but in the irrefutable, logical journey that proves it, a journey open to all who dare to tread its path. From the grand libraries of ancient Alexandria to the digital screens of today, the wisdom of Euclid's words resonates. The mathematical proof that captivated a king, not through spectacle, but through pure, unadulterated logic, serves as a timeless reminder. True knowledge demands dedication. There are no shortcuts to profound understanding, no privileged paths for the powerful. The beauty of discovery, the clarity of a proven truth, is a reward earned by all who embrace the intellectual journey. In a world constantly seeking instant gratification, the story of Ptolemy and Euclid stands as a beacon for the enduring value of rigor, patience, and the profound, democratic power of reason.